Bye. Our friends made a rock dedication to us, but obviously we have to move it before we drive off. There's Andres. We're driving today. SoCal today, and then Albuquerque the second day, and then we're gonna go be in Oklahoma the third day. Woo! Here we go. Also, look how full our car is. It's great. Okay, bye. Okay, Copenhagen. So we're just driving. So we were gonna do a 3-day drive, and now we're thinking about changing it to a 2-day drive. Because Andres is ridiculous, but not just ridiculous, it's because he's a night owl, and so he's like, I'm gonna be awake till midnight anyways, we might as well drive. And by we, I mean he can drive. And so when we get to LA, we'll officially decide, but we might drive on to Flagstaff from there after dinner. And then tomorrow would be an 11-hour drive. So I drove for like the first 5 hours, but we stopped and had pupusas in the middle, which were very yummy. And
you can still stop at Albuquerque, just hang out, have a chill day.
we have reservations in Albuquerque tomorrow, so we just don't know for sure if what we're gonna do about that. So thoughts and considerations are in process. But I wanted to tell you that on Friday last week, we had our friends had a poker game, and we said goodbye to a lot of people. And the reason why I didn't cry is because I was winning, so I was really distracted by the poker game, and I was immersed, and it was great, and I won, and it was awesome. And then 2 days later we had wings, and it was our closest friends, and then my best friend came, and that was it. And that was like our official going away party, and I loved it because there were like 1,000 people to say goodbye to. And then on Memorial Day, we got to paddle out to our own private island of kayaks at Whiskey Town Lake, and we had barbecue, sausages, and pancakes, and it was so exciting. I always wanted to go make pancakes by the lake, and we finally did it, and it was so fun. It was on a cast iron. Damon set up like these stones, and then it was over a little fire, and they were so yummy. And we like actually have tans right now, but they might disappear while we're driving. So that's where we're at. P.S. still no visa news, and it's crazy, but we're being patient, and I'm excited about being with my family. And today in LA, we're dropping 4 of our giant suitcases off to my aunt's house, and she's gonna keep them for us, and Andres' desktop, and they're gonna keep them for us until we fly out, whenever that may be. So I'm like, hopefully we didn't forget anything important in there, but I'm organized, so all the important stuff's in my backpack. Yesterday we decided to go ahead and go all the way to Flagstaff on our first day of driving, so it was like at least 15 hours. And we got to stop for dinner with my aunt and cousin, which was really good. It was ham and potatoes and green beans, which was very yummy. And then we drove to Flagstaff, and we traded in Needles, which was about halfway, I think. Probably. And when we got to Flagstaff, it was so cold. It was like 44 degrees. I'm like in my shorts and tank top because it's summer. Look at that protein back there. Shameless, not intentional plug, I suppose. And I was so cold, and I was so tired, and I was a little bit grumpy. Like, the guy was like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "I need to sleep." And he's like, "Great, we'll get you checked in." So today we have a a much shorter trip. It's only like 4.5 hours, and we're gonna go ahead and stay in Albuquerque tonight, and we're gonna play some poker there and hopefully win. Says Andres. And then tomorrow is like a 6-hour drive to Laverne. So today's a lot easier, but I can tell that I used a lot of my driving stamina yesterday because today is difficult and my eyes are like I don't want to stay open and keep focusing. So we're safe and we're doing great, and there's a random car. Oh, the yellow rose of Texas. 75, praise God. That guy's dumb. He's going too fast. Texas. So this is how far we have to go. 209 miles. Woo!
Baby, all I need one more chance. Oh, baby, let me show you. I need one more chance. Oh, baby, all I need.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sleeping down the plain, sweeping. Where the waving wheat is sure so sweet. When the wind comes right behind the rain, you know you belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. So I say, yo, yippee-yo-yay, yo, you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma, okay. I think I just forgot a line. You know we sit alone and talk and watch a hawks wave, we say lazy circles in the sky, and then that's where you go. You know we belong to the land. Apparently I haven't sang that song in a very long time, but I'm a little bit sad because there was not an Oklahoma State sign, and I'm so confused because there's always like an Oklahoma State sign, but there wasn't one. There was just like a Guyman State sign, like so profound. Anyways, I just totally messed up the state song, and this is probably gonna go where people can see it, and then I'm gonna be shamed. But I haven't driven into the state of Oklahoma in like a really freaking long time. Like, I've been away from home for 10 years, so oops. One trip to Woodward left, 40 miles. It's not very clear, but 40 miles left. So there's this town called Woodward that is 40 miles from Laverne, and that's where the nearest like Walmart and Sonic and McDonald's and everything like that is. And so I would make tons of trips there growing up. I'll just leave it simply at that. And so I judge my trips based on how many trips to Woodward are left, because I'm like, okay, I can definitely do 40 miles no matter what, because I can do that in my sleep. And so a trip to Woodward left, and I could totally do it, and then we're done with our road trip. Oh my god. And then we're like at home. And definitely also earlier Andres he's been looking at fishing things, and he was like, you guys pronounce it wrong. And I was like, what? And he's like, it's Arkansas. And I was like, no, it's Arkansas. And he was like, no, it's Arkansas. Would you like to say anything?
No.
He's a little bit grumpy right now. This is Slap Out. And so the joke is, or the myth, or the story is, that it's called Slap Out because it's slap out in the middle of nowhere. And we are 19 miles from home, getting so close. We're almost done with our 3-day journey. And we're in the barn! Except for I'm going down Transport Road because I don't want to get stopped in town on accident for speeding or something on my final miles to home. Welcome to Laverne! And we're home! I'm driving home right now as we speak. There's my home. Hiya, home.